Thank you so much for coming. We apologize for the confusion. You're in for one hell of a wild hour of penis jokes.
How love are you guys right now?
Yes.
Excellent.
All right. So it's been kind of a running joke that no matter how hard we try, we just can't get around to spoiling Hellsing. We constantly get distracted or end up spoiling the wrong anime or
sports game on.
something stupid like that. So this year, we are going to make sure we cover it by making it the very first spoiler of the show. So Hellsing fans, ready for this?
Woo!
Hellsing is about...
You can't see that in Velvet Up and Rank.
I still haven't seen Hellsing yet. That was awkward.
That's going fast.
The microphone fall off his ass? What happened?
Stop shoving things up your ass.
I don't know, like literally, this is kind of scary.
You still want to use that microphone?
He's totally dead, guys, by the way.
He's totally dead. That was awkward. Okay. What were we spoiling again? Oh yeah, Oran High School Host Club. Anyway, Disorganization XIII has a long history of spoiling girly stuff and gay stuff and girly gay stuff. So Oran High School Host Club sort of fits right in. It's about a bunch of rich, flamboyant, gay high school students trying to convince every female in their school that they aren't flamboyantly gay. And I'm here to say, it's okay, guys. Just be yourself. You don't have to pretend for us. I'm sure we will all accept you. Okay, I take it back. Oh, that's better. So where was I? Oh, yes. It's about rich gay kids trying to convince the world that they aren't gay. And so when the most mannish girl in school accidentally screws up their heterosexual interior design feng shui, they all leap at the chance to cross-dress her like a man, which actually doesn't take all that much effort. And subsequently force her to be their bondage slave, paying off her debts by making her pretend that she is an eligible male bachelor. Either this implies that the entire female student body of Oran High School is filled with raging lesbians, or it was a plot to show us that the Oran boys are heterosexual by showing us a relationship between a teenage boy and a girl who looks exactly like a teenage boy. Once again, this is supposed to convince us that they are not gay. Japan is weird. You see, in Japan there are these things called host clubs, where attractive young males talk to women about their problems and personal lives for money. This is because Japan is the first country to publicly realize that the rest of the straight male population of the world really doesn't give a shit about your bitchy coworker, or your new pair of shoes, or the fact that you're on your period right now. The Oran boys made their host club in the music room, presumably because of that one time that Honey mistook Maury's, let's call it a Funimation, for a clarinet. And every episode is about how these rich gay men really have no idea how to live as normal straight women, apparently. It's like Richie Rich, but way gayer. And the movie adaptation of Richie Rich starred Macaulay Culkin, so I'm not saying this lightly. It's like, too soon. It's like a sign of the gay apocalypse, heralding in the four horsemen of famine, war, social drama, and fabulous pink window dressing. Wait, I got off track again. I was supposed to be talking about the plot. Well, this is what happens in every episode. The cross-dressing girl with the cross-dressing dad cross-dresses a lot. The guy who looks like he's 5 years old and the guy who looks like he has had his emotions surgically removed make you redefine the term pedophile. in rather unsettling ways. The mind control incest twins make that whole Luke and Leia thing look pretty normal by comparison. And the blonde, fishy heartthrob tries his best to ride on Haruhi's admittedly non-existent dick. In fact, the only normal person in the group is the treasurer, and that's because he's pure evil. And that's impressive because there's already a lot of evil in this planet. And these bubbling fuckwits are actually supposed to be the richest, smartest, and most talented kids of all of Japan. Actually, now that I think about it, that explains a lot about Japan.
And while we're on the subject of bumbling fuckwits, after a couple of direct-to-video sequels, a 3D movie, and a few other things they're a bit less proud of. The people who made Garo are back with more Garo. AKA, if your mage campaign isn't like this, you are fucking doing it wrong. So after the routine extermination of a demon that smokes people, a masked kung fu wizard curses Koga with a sick chest tat that will eventually make him die a slow and painful death. He soldiers on and is partnered up with an up-and-coming young kung fu wizard named Leo. Coincidence? Well, not like you'd expect. The masked kung fu wizard is Leo's evil twin brother, Sigma. And he's had a serious mad-on at the Knights ever since he was passed over in favor of Leo. In his quest to undermine and supplant the Knights, he finds the remains of a demon named Ganon. And while under its sway, he develops a 4-part plan for revenge. Step 1, hijack a train to the moon. Step 2, make a giant walking death castle that runs on human sacrifice. Step 3. Step 4, profit. He even comes pretty close to his goal and unearths Koga to power his giant walking death castle. And Koga is rescued by the power of hot pants, giant-ass semaphore flags, and woo love. Freeing Koga causes Ganon to unbirth Sigma instead, completing her revival into, okay, for once in Garo, not a giant naked woman. So after a truly epic battle with the giant walking death fortress, it's time for a feast. But wait, Sigma's still alive and wants one last battle that utterly annihilates Koga's pad. And yes, they are standing on the wall.
Okay.
Lessons learned. Smoking kills. I like shorts. They are comfy and easy to fight in. A good foundation for your Victorian mansion is a goddamn investment!